I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on the MISC Odyssey and every MISC ship on display, and we're starting right now. Thank you so much to all the supporters that make this channel possible. I am Subliminal, and this is a Star Citizen's Guide to the Galaxy. The 2951 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is here, and day 9 we're going to be showcasing Musashi Industrial and Starflight Concern. This is unlike my usual content. Today I'll be giving you my thoughts and opinions on every ship here on display, rather than any detailed stats. You're also going to get my reaction and first impressions of the newly announced MISC Odyssey. If you'd like to get my thoughts on the entire 2951 IAE, check out the playlist and the info card above. Lastly, if you want to win an Aegis Redeemer and a pair of Predator joystick mounts, stay tuned to the end to find out more. Without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, these are going to be my thoughts on the MISC ships on display here. Alright. First up, we have the Prospector. All right, Prospector, the solo mining ship. You want to know something cool that I think people should do? Don't buy this ship. Buy a Vulture. Buy a Vulture and get one of these as a loaner. I think it'll save you a little bit of money, and you'll probably stop mining once salvaging comes in anyway, right? Just to try out the new gameplay. You can always upgrade it back, if it's still $10 cheaper than the Prospector. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about this ship. Really doesn't have a competitor. Really great cockpit view. I love it. And good to use if you want to dabble in some mining. Let's head over to the MISC Razors over here. So the first one we have is the EX. Yep. This is the stealth variant. Yep. So the black one's for stealth. The white one is luxury, the LX, and then the blue one is for the racing variant, the base variant. Not much to say about these. I mean, they're good racing ships, obviously. I have heard, and I don't know if this is true. Somebody can mention it in the comments, but I've heard that the maneuverability on these is actually worse than the racing ships. So like, don't upgrade it if all you want is a faster ship. But I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, right? The racing one should be the faster one. But yeah. All right, let's take a look and see what else we got here. All right. We've got the Starfarer. Are those size 6 weapons, chat? Are these the only size 6 weapons we have in the game? Or are those just Galderines? Somebody let me know. This thing is well armed. Nobody uses it though, man. You know? I wonder if people have just melted it or people don't use it. This is the Starfarer Gemini. It's the military variant of the refueling ship. There's also a base variant that has the typical, they're size 5s. Yeah, I mean, this thing is a gunboat. You know, it's got turrets all over the place. Turret back there with looks like some size 3s on it. Maybe could be 4s. It's hard to tell. 2 of them back here. I mean, it still is a flying JPEG though, honestly, because nobody's gonna use it for combat. But you could, I guess, just like the Reclaimer, huh? The Reclaimer's pretty armed as well too. It is a cool looking ship though, man. I can't wait for the gameplay for it to come in. It'll be nice. There's a cargo hold in here that I think is pretty big. You can tote around land vehicles. The problem with this ship is getting it in and out of atmosphere. It's kind of on the same page as the Reclaimer, except I think this has more cargo space. I'm not 100% sure if the cargo space or if the cargo elevator on the Reclaimer can fit land vehicles. I can't even think in my head right now like what the cargo elevator even looks like in that ship. I haven't been in that ship in years. But yeah, no, it's a cool ship. I love killing NPCs in these during Xenothreat. It's about the most is good for at this point. Can't wait until we actually need it in the verse. Heading around the corner here, looks like we've got the Freelancer series. First up is my favorite one, the Freelancer MISC. You know, I think that they should hit this up with bigger weapons. I mean, at this point, this is no longer a gunboat. They call it a gunboat, but this isn't a gunboat, if I'm honest. It's got the same firepower as a Saber. except it's larger and slower. So I wouldn't call it a gunboat. It does, however, qualify for a missile boat. You got missiles here, here. Of course, you got it mirrored on the other side. And then when you step into the center part of the hull here, you've got more missiles here. These are like size 3s. It's cool to see this articulate too when you actually deploy the missile. It does have like 36 SU of cargo or something like that if you wanted to tote around something. But turret on top. Yeah, I think they need to rethink some of these ships. Maybe not the Max. It's a cargo ship. You should be running from combat in that anyway. But yeah, this is the Max. You could tell by them hips. It's got them hips. Thick girl here. You got to have the bigger engines to get this much cargo off the ground. It's got some missiles too for defense. Got the same weapons as the MISC as far as pilot and the turret are concerned, but it's got 120 SCU of cargo, which is twice as much as the base Freelancer, which is the other hauling variant. The next is the DUR. I don't really get the DUR, but I know there's a lot of people who are fans of it. I'm not exactly sure what the gameplay for this is supposed to look like with the refinery. Do you sell the refined fuel? I don't understand. It does have these, like, I think these are like quantum fuel pods or something like that, so that it has stupid range. You can put the fastest quantum drive on this and like go back and forth. You probably never have to refuel the quantum in this. It's got a little bit less SCU, of course, because inside of here you can there's like a refinery, if I'm thinking of if I'm correct on that. But so that takes up a little bit of the cargo space. And yeah, it's supposed to be able to explore too. So I guess, where's like the sensor suite on it? I don't know. I don't see anything on this ship that says that I can scan for things. I don't know. Maybe it needs a little bit of a repass. These ships are pretty old, you know. This is the base Freelancer. It's a lengthy boy. You got this much cargo here. I think it totals up to be a little over 60, and then a little bit of cargo there. It does have decent amenities. I'm not gonna open up all these doors, but it's got things. It's got beds, 4 of them, a crew of 4. This is from this point on, all the MISC Freelancers are the same. Yeah, I think that these are still important ships, but I think that some of the newer ships that have come out have kind of overshadowed it. But the prices are at least pretty decent on this. The big dumps on the nose. Oh, there we go. Okay, I see. They actually just straight stole that off of like modern day helicopters. I just saw that on, this is on the helicopters in Battlefield that deploy you into the battlefield. Okay, that's cool. Kind of forgot about that. It's been a long time since I've covered those ships. All right, coming around the corner here, we've got the Reliant series. The Reliant series, like, I like it. I think it's fugly looking, but like still in a cool way, you know? These turrets are a must-have. Must-have these turrets. Put this on your Tana. So it's pretty well armed. So its DPS is pretty high. The problem is it's really slow. So you can have high DPS, but if you're slow and can't stay on target, it's for nothing really. But this is a great starter ship. It has the firepower to effectively take out PvE targets. You've got a little bit of cargo space in here, and you got enough room for a buddy to co-pilot. And when that buddy does co-pilot, he has the option of taking over one of these turrets. So you can have him turn around and cover your rear, or both focus on the same target. I mean, it's a cool ship. If you don't want to do combat, if you don't want to do upper level combat, the Titan would be better for that. Then you have the Tana here, same deal. I mean, you get extra missiles with this. It's a missile boat. There's a bunch of missiles like in this thing. So that's cool. But the firepower is really going to be the same, because you should take off these gimbals, these mounts, and replace them with those. You can buy those in the stores now. This has less cargo space. Sorry, my leg is broken. I had a ramp eat me earlier today. So we've got beds to log out in. You've got SCU storage. I think it's 1 SCU, maybe 2 if you stack it. No, it's just 1, I think. You got some storage lockers, weapon racks. This is the combat variant, so it's kind of, I guess, more armed for that. But I mean, a good ship to go raid a bunker in with a buddy, you know? I don't mine by hand, but I've been told that you can mine by hand and place your ore or whatever in a 1 SCU container here. Like, you could just like build that, like a, you know what I'm talking, you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so again, it's cool. If I had to get any variant, I guess I'd probably get this, because cargo isn't in that good of a place for you to really be cargo trading anyway. So just get this variant. You can do some high level, mid to high level PvE bounty hunting with this, but it is going to be a bit slow. It's not a dedicated fighter. Next up, we have the Zen. The Zen is the science variant of the ship. So it's a flying JPEG. It has caps at the end with no weapons. It might have a sensor on this side. Yeah, there's a sensor suite on this side. So I don't know if it's going to have like some scanning capabilities in the future. It's basically got a, yeah, big sensor here. So this is cool. I mean, again, this is another gameplay loop that I don't really understand what it's going to be like in the future, but you know, whatever. The owners of this ship would know. I can't seem to figure out how to open this thing. All right, next up, we have the Mako. Is this locked too? I really want to go in here. All right, so those are locked. Well, in the inside of this one, there's like, I wonder if I could see in, what? I wonder if I could see inside the, no, I can't really. This one has like a microscope type area for you to work on science stuff. And then this one has screens. Fun fact, Jax's guide, Jax McQuarrie, his thing for this event was, they were filming it in one of these. This is the news van variant. So it's got a nice GoPro. This is Star Citizen's manned drone. It's got a GoPro here at the end. And eventually the idea is that we'll be able to like record events in the verse and possibly like transmit the images to screens that people can see around the verse. Like, dude, just imagine the day where like the Daymar rally is recorded in game and you go in game to watch it. Like, how dope would that be? That would be so sweet. Anyway, but yeah, so again, 2 JPEG ships, really, honestly. Unless you want to take the paint skin from this and put it on another one to like troll people, I don't really see the point. You might be able to actually take the caps off of here and put weapons on. I'm pretty sure you can. So you might be able to actually arm these things, but you're gonna be lacking missiles and some of the creature comforts of both of these ships. But yeah, I think this series is good for someone who just wants one ship to start off with to do most of what needs to be done, but just not really be a master at anything else. It's a good first ship. Coming around the corner here, we have the MISC Odyssey. Now, I know nothing about this ship. I don't follow leaks, and I've just seen, you know, Whitley's guide this morning, so I kind of saw it in a little bit of action. Apparently people are thinking about melting their Carracks for this. I think it looks cool, you know? I think I could tell it's a MISC ship. It does kind of look older and outdated, kind of, doesn't it? But I guess it's just kind of how MISC is, but they've really dialed in the design languages of these things. It seems like it's less armed than the Connie. Oh yeah, this is definitely an exploration ship. Look at all the sensors. I wonder if that's a turret down there that like, no, that looks like it could be like a tractor beam or something. What is that? We'll find out. We'll find out, all right? Nobody in chat spoil anything for me, please. Please. We're gonna actually take a look at the pledge store on this after we take a look at the next 2 holograms that are over here. Oh, there's 3. Oh, wow. So this, I can never remember the names of these ships. This maybe is the Endeavor. Endeavor. So far, I have not misnamed the ship this entire deal. So the Endeavor, okay, but I don't know what it does. Oh, it's not a mining ship, so this must be the science vessel. So the Endeavor is the science vessel, and apparently you could buy like these different attachments for this thing so that it could do all types of different science stuff. Yeah, I don't really know much about it, but people love it. The people who love it love it. Somebody explain in the comments what the science gameplay is supposed to look like, please. Ooh, this is a hull. I don't even know much about the hull. This is the hull A. So this is the smallest hull. Whoa. So what size containers are these? Are these the containers from the that the raft can carry? These are 30. That doesn't look like it's the same shape. They're not the same proportions. Like they're longer on the MISC. So yeah, so this is gonna carry 32 SCU more than the raft. I think what people don't really understand though is that they're not carrying the same, they're not providing the same role. This can land on a planet, but primarily I think people are gonna be using it to go from station to station. So this is going to need to be taken down to a planet or maybe to another station, and the raft can pick up the mantle from there. But yeah, it's a cool looking ship, man. I can't wait to see these in the verse. I got mixed reactions in chat on whether or not those are 32 SCU, but I can tell you right now they're not the same proportions. The raft 32 SCU containers are longer. They're more elongated. But maybe this is kind of like an old, you know, rendering or whatever. Next up, we've got a bigger hull. This must be maybe like the E. Oh, it's the C. This is the C? How big is the E gonna be? Jeez. Excuse me for not knowing much about these ships, guys. I only recently started following JPEGs. So, wow, lots of cargo there. So, I always thought that these were gonna be like a bunch of little boxes, but no. See, these look like the ones that could fit on the raft. Yes. The other ones on that other ship didn't. But this is cool though. Lots of SCU. If you want to find out more about these, just check the pledge store. Like I said, this isn't really meant to be an encyclopedia of knowledge, just my thoughts on the ships. And it is my thought that these ships are not going to make the same amount of alpha UEC per SCU because there's less risk involved just traveling in space. So I think a lot of people are like, well, I'll just get this. I don't think you're going to make the same amount of money. You're not going to, like if this has double the SCU of like a C2, or maybe it might have like quadruple the amount of SCU, you won't make quadruple the money. At least that's how I envision it's going to work. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. All right, so we've got the MISC Pledge store up today, and I'm mainly coming here to take a look at the Odyssey. We've got the Endeavor 350, Freelancer. You guys already know pretty much about these. So the hull A is $80, hull B 140, hull C 350, hull D 450, and the hull E 750. I think some of those have gone up in price. I'm not really sure. Oh, all right. So we've got the Prospector went up in price. Did the Vulture go up in price? I need to know. For what I said earlier, hold on a second. We'll get to the Odyssey in a minute, but I want to know this because I've been recommending people to buy this. How much is the Vulture? Okay. Ooh, even better. So it's $15 in savings. Buy this ship, ladies and gentlemen. Don't buy a Prospector. All right. You can make enough money in the verse to buy a Prospector doing salvaging. You know what I mean? It's a good buy. Save yourself $15. So, sorry. Let's go back now to the Odyssey. It's got a hanger in it that fits a saber. Okay. That could be Carrack melting worthy. Is it worth $700 though? That's a chunk of change right there. All right. Let's go. Let's take a look. Do we have a brochure on it? So War Bond 625. Okay, so it's in concept. So this is them telling us you're not getting a War Bond CCU. So if you want a CCU up to this, you're going to have to pay the extra $75. All right. So 625 or 700. I think most people are just going to go for the 700 and not put in another 625. But the paint's pretty cool. Scroll for more buying options. How do I find out more about the ship? Discover the ship. All right. Let's discover it, boys. Okay, so they're showing it jumping to another system. But I guess, the Carrack does the same thing too. So survey distant frontiers and seek the undiscovered reaches of the galaxy with the MISC Odyssey, the most advanced exploration ship available to civilian starfarers. Is that a pun intended there? The onboard refinery, ship hangar, built-in mining tech, and tractor beam. Okay, it doesn't have drones though. Expansive supply hold and comprehensive accommodation for a crew of 6 all allow you to tame the furthest reaches of space, remaining self-sufficient almost indefinitely. Discover the new life deep among the stars, only from MISC. So, cargo hold. Whoa. 252 SCU of dedicated cargo space. Gear and supplies are never an issue, and you can carry supplies. So this is going to be probably a better explorer for the person who wants to explore and doesn't care about trading. But let's keep reading. Weapons and shields. The Odyssey is well defended by 3 remote operated turrets supporting size 5 guns, 4 strategically positioned missile racks, and shields that are built to take a beating. Okay, so it must have one at the front of the ship, one at the top high, and then there's probably one down below. It looks like we could see the 2 guns there. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse in this recording. Hangar. The Odyssey's expansive onboard hangar accommodates small ships, perfect for scouting, recon, or specialized editions of the ship. I don't get that. Or scouting, recon, or specialized expeditions. Okay, off the ship. I get it. The hangar can also accommodate visitors seeking your services, company, or even a ride. All right. Medical bay. All right, let's go. So it's got a medical bay. The Odyssey's professional spec Tier 2 med bay gets injured patients back into action quicker than ever before. It's closest thing to a hospital facility you'll find on an exploration vessel. So this looks like you will, if you do die around the MISC Odyssey, you will be able to respawn back in the bed and not have to go to a hospital. So that's pretty cool. It'd be cool if they actually came with a medical doctor. That'd be dope. Mining arm. Oh my God, it can mine, boys. The Odyssey is can you put the prospector in the deal? The Odyssey is remarkably self-sufficient thanks to a fully integrated remote operated mining arm and tractor beam. Extract the quantum and transform it into a quantum fuel extract quantanium and transform it into quantum fuel with the ship's built-in refinery, meaning you'll never miss a jump again. Whoa. And you get a Carrack as a loaner for right now, according to chat. All right, finally, the Odyssey is hard-pressed to run out of fuel, even in the deepest corners of unnamed space, thanks to the fully integrated refinery. Gas captured by the ship's intakes is automatically converted into hydrogen fuel, while mined quantanium is refined into the quantum fuel, extending your expeditions indefinitely. Okay, so I think that this is pretty cool. Gravity generator, main elevator. We're going to go over this more in a JPEG buyer's guide that I will start making soon to give you guys all the information on this. For right now, I just kind of wanted to take a look and get an idea for what the ship is going to be for. But it looks like it's the carrick for the person who doesn't care about carrying extra cargo. Which, what carrick owner doesn't have a dedicated cargo ship? You know what I mean? You're spending that much money on the game, you probably have a dedicated cargo ship. So it may not be necessary. And also, yeah. So I don't know. I would have liked to have seen more, but then I guess at that point it needs to have balance, right? Like you can't just have everything. I think a lot of people forget that. If they just gave us everything, then there'd be no reason for other ships. But yeah, no, I think this is good. Beautiful, beautiful artwork here. Love the design. Design looks good. I like the fact that it's got a bigger hangar. Extra small landing pad. That's the same as the front of the Liberator. I don't know about $700 though, but I mean, when you get into price ranges like this anyway, it doesn't really matter what the ship does. Like $700 is still a lot of money. Somebody in chat said that they bought a Samsung Odyssey monitor instead, which it is on sale right now for like $1,000, which is a pretty good deal. Anyway, good stuff. I think this is a cool ship. Can't wait to see it in the verse. It has a size 4 shield. What? Shields size 4. That's a capital class shield generator. I didn't even notice that. The mining laser size 2. What is that? Prospector mining laser size? Really? Mole. Let's go. Yeah, that's a capital class shield generator. That's dope. I'm surprised it doesn't have a capital class quantum drive though, right? I think so. I think this is a better exploration ship. The Carrack is a good cargo ship. Yeah, no. I think the Carrack is going to be the exploration ship for the guy who wants to run cargo. This is the exploration ship for the guy who wants to be more protected and wants to be self-sufficient. You don't have to. You can make your own quantum fuel. I'm definitely going to do a JPEG buyer's guide of this one. I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on the MISC showcase. This month's ship giveaway is the Aegis Redeemer and a pair of Predator joystick mounts. There are 10 ways to enter, each giving you more points and a greater chance to win. To enter, just visit subliminal.gg/giveaway. Pro tip, the redeemed Twitch channel point rewards can be done once per live stream. If you enjoy my channel, there are so many ways to support it, ranging from free options like Prime gaming subscriptions and sending out for UBC in the verse, sub-club subscriptions, merch, to more generous forms of support. Head over to subliminal.gg to learn how. Your support in all forms makes this channel possible. Even your viewership, liking, and subscribing goes a long way. To continue watching, here's a video I think you may like. Here's a video YouTube thinks you may like. And until next time, citizens, I'll see you in the verse.